if you remember, we were doing call by address. That is, in a function you are passing not the value but the address. So a little bit more on that, and also some new topic over here. See, firstly, suppose if you remember the sum function was meant to add two numbers a and b. So definitely its prototype is int and int to be received. So I receive int a and int b, and adding these two, it is supposed to return the sum in sum. So in such a program you need to write only one line of code, which we can also do like this: return a plus b. You can do sum equal to a plus b in sum equal to a plus b, return sum, all these things you can do. But this one line of code will also work: return a plus b. Now what I mean to say now is sum has to be called. So say I ask from the user printf enter two numbers which are to be added. Suppose enter two numbers. So user will definitely enter two numbers expected. So those need to be scanned within two variables, that is, if you write as %d, and then ampersand a and ampersand b. So a and b, you receive those two numbers. Now how to do the sum? Very simple. You can use, say, a variable, say s equal to sum of ab. You just call, instead of doing a plus b, you call the sum function if the sum function is there with you. So s equal to sum ab followed by printf the sum of the two numbers is. This is a simple program which you have seen earlier. The sum of the two numbers is %d, where the simplest of program in a function that you have seen earlier. So why did I write this? Why did I write this program? Because I want to show you, if you run this program, definitely sum will be printed. If you change this program to, say, instead of sum, difference, then you can return a minus b. Instead of that, product, you can return a into b. In case of division, you can return a by b. But what is the variation I want? First, let me run this program and you see that it runs absolutely fine. You needed a, b and s, nothing more. You can simply run this program, alt or enter two numbers, 54, 45. Answer should be 99. The sum of the two numbers is 99. If you change this number not to sum but say difference, then you need to return a minus b. Is not it so? In that case, you can write the difference of the two numbers is, but in that case, this variable is not, sum is not to be called. Instead, this difference is to be called. You can receive it in a variable not in s but d, meaningful. So instead of declaring s, you can declare d. A d variable receives the difference of a and b and prints the difference of the two numbers is d. So this program should also run fine, giving you the difference. 54 and 45 should give only 9. Okay, fine. You can change this, make it product. Instead of sum and difference, you can change it, make it product. If you make it product, then definitely you can you can call, instead of difference, you can call product. Receive the product in a variable called p. So this you declare not as d but as p. In the product, you don't return a minus b, you return a into b. So this is p. Then p you receive, then not difference but the product. So these things will work absolutely fine. Where will I fail? Where will I fail? Why am I going through all this? You run this. So 54, 45 again will give you a big number. 2430, you can check out. You can check out with a small number, 7 and 6. Yes, 42. Now, suppose you say, I want a division. You want a division, okay, fine. Division should not be a problem. So over here, this integer should return division result. So division is a by b, but a by b cannot be integer, a by b has to be float. So in that case, this p is not needed. Instead you can have float d, and then this d you receive return from product, not product but division AB. Is not it so? Division AB. Then when you print, you don't print %d, but you can say the result of division of the two numbers, because dividing will give you a floating point number. Result of division of the two numbers is %f, not p but d. So you receive in d, d is declared as float, everything done correctly. Everything done correctly. Where is it wrong? There is something that is wrong. Run it. If you say 54 and 45, it says 1.000000. Why? Because a by b, a is an integer, b is an integer. Dividing a by b is not good enough. You firstly need to typecast the numerator to float, the denominator to float, and then divide. You remember typecasting before division, because if you typecast after division, then the problem is a by b, a is an integer, b is an integer. Divided by it will give you an integer. Then you typecast it to float, it will only append 0 after point. So you firstly typecast to float, then you divide. Now this program should run fine. But this is not my, not the purpose with which I am doing. This is fine enough. But suppose now I change the whole thing and say, in this division function, I want the quotient and the remainder. So say suppose quotient and remainder, what will you receive then? Here I was receiving d. So quotient and remainder, what will you receive then? You see this one thing. A and b is there with you. If you divide a by b, definitely you get the quotient. Quotient is an integer, so a by b is the quotient. If you divide, not divide, but use this percentage operator, a %b, then this is the remainder, r. Question is, quotient and remainder, two things how will you return? You cannot return float. Quotient and remainder are all integers. So can you return two variables q and r? Can you return two variables q and r? Suppose if I write return, what will I write? Will I write q, comma r? Not possible. Wrong. I cross out. Two returning from a function is not possible. You have to return either q or r, but I want both. Suppose I write only return and use void. I don't return anything. Q and r are there. I declare int q, int r. Suppose I declare int q, comma r, but I cannot return. Will I be able to access? Then I don't receive anything. Division AB does not return anything. I only divide a by b. If I divide a by b, I receive it in q and r, a and b over here, and then divide and get q and r. I return. Can I print the result of the two numbers is the result of division of the two numbers, or the quotient and remainder? The quotient and the remainder, if I write like this, say the quotient and remainder after dividing one number by the other, after dividing one number by the other. The quotient and remainder after dividing one number by the other are %d and %d, if I write, say. And over here, if I write q, comma r, see what I mean to say. Please see this, what I am trying to do. I have got a and b. I don't need this float d. I am not getting the floating point result. A and b are there. I have scanned a and b, I have sent a and b to the division function. The division function declares q and r, receives a by b in q and a % b in r, calculates and returns. Does not return any value, but returns the control. It's a void return. So over here I'm trying to access the Q and R and trying to print it. Is it possible? See if I run it, what happens? Two errors. R is assigned a value that is never used. Okay, you forget it, but this is the error. Warning, you forget. Undefined symbol Q, undefined symbol R. Do you understand what? This Q and R you are trying to access, undefined. This Q and R are undefined. Why undefined? You defined it. You did define it. Where did you define it? You defined it here. But this definition is there in the division function, not in the main function. In the main function, Q and R has not been defined. You are trying to access it in the main function. The Q and R of division, the main function does not know. The variables of one function is unknown in the other function. One function's environment is different from the other function's environment, which means that this function does not know Q and R. So how to do this? Can we do one thing? Can we declare Q and R over here? If I declare Q and R over here, then suppose I write division AB and don't declare Q and R over here, will it work? Q and R is defined over here. If I don't declare over here, will it work? No. Same problem, undefined symbol Q, undefined symbol R. The same problem, the Q and R of main is not known to the division function. They are different. The environment is different. What to do? Can we do one thing? This Q and R is defined over here. If I send the Q and R, if I send the Q and R and receive this Q and R over here, then int Q, int R, then should it work? See what I do, my idea is very simple. I have defined this A and B, I have scanned this A and B, I have declared Q and R over here in the main function, I have sent that. So that Q and R is received. So Q and R calculated over here, even if I don't return anything, Q and R is present over here. Should it work? Let me run. Yes, it works. Now let me see, 54, 45. It does not show any undefined errors because Q and R is now defined. You have defined it in main and then passed it to the division function where you received it as in Q int R. But see, minus 29414 and percentage C. Very odd. It is nothing. That means this did not happen. Why? Because you defined Q and R over here, then you sent Q and R, but the thing that you received over here are not the addresses, you have received the values. So this QR is totally different from this QR. This Q and R are not same as the Q and R over here, they are different. So the changes that you are doing to Q and R, you are doing changes to the local Q and R of the division function. When you return, the Q and R of main function is having its own undefined value. You have not given any value to Q and R. If you give a value, say you initialize both to 0. If you run it now, see what will it show? It will show 0 and percent, because over here some mistake I did most probably. Here I have written percent, here you should write percent %d anyway. So if you run it, see, if you write 54 and 45, see it is showing 0 and 0. That means which value? The value of the main function that you assigned at the beginning. See this, the same thing as the swap. Remember the swap function, same thing has happened. Q is 0, R is 0. When you send this Q and R, what happened was this Q and R is different. You received it in Q and R, but this Q and R variable is totally different from the Q and R over here. You have changed, this Q and R is over here, this has calculated. If you print over here, it will show you the result. It will show you the result over here. But in the main function, it will not show the result, because in the main function, the Q and R is unchanged. Because this QR has got no relation, I've got no relation with that QR. This is the same old 0, 0. You understand? So instead of doing that, what can we do? Same old thing, call by address. If I, instead of sending Q and R, send the addresses of Q and R. Q and R is present in a certain address. Instead of sending this QR, you send the address of that Q and R. So the addresses are sent. and you receive those addresses in a pointer variable, because addresses need to be received in a pointer variable. So receive that Q and R in a pointer variable. What you do over here is you do Q equal to AB. No, not Q equal to AB, star Q and star R. Why? Because the addresses of Q and R that is defined in main, this is the address. Q and R you have declared over here and sent its address. So that address you are accessing over here. Now Q is an address, R is an address. So if you change the content of that address, what is happening is this Q and R is changing. Please understand, this Q and R is changing because you are changing at the address. Then you return. When you return over here, if you print now, it should print absolutely fine. Is not it so? You run it and see, this will run absolutely fine, Q and R. See this, Alt-R, enter. 54, 45. See 1 and 9. That is what should happen. Why did it work fine? I will explain by addresses once more. When you declare int A, B, Q, R, say this Q is present in a memory location XXXX. So in this memory location XXXX, your Q is present. Q equal to some default value, maybe 0 is present. Some default value 0. And this is present. Similarly, in a variable in a location YYYY, R has been defined. So the content of R may also have a default value 0. Is not it so? The content of R can have a defined value 0. Is not it so? So XXXX and YYYY contains this Q and R. Now what do you send? You don't send Q and R, you send the addresses XXXX, YYYY. So what do you receive over here? XXXX and YYYY. If you change the content of Q and R, what are you changing? The content of XXXX and content of YYYY. What are you putting over there? Content of XXXX and content of YY means you are putting over here. You are changing this to 1 and you are changing this to 9. The contents you change. Now when you print Q and R in main, for main, this is Q, this is R, not the addresses. So it prints this 1 and 9. So I think to understand this, if you run this program again, see, enter two numbers, say 76, 25. Should be how much? 3 and 1. If you divide 76 by 25, quotient is 3, remainder is 1, works absolutely fine. Do you get it? In fact, there is no relation of these names also. You may not also name this Q and R. You may name this P1 and P2. Still doesn't matter. Because you are after all accessing the address. P1 and P2, the addresses that are sent, you receive it in P1 and receive it in P2. Say for in this example, you are sending XXXX and YYYY in this example. So in P1 and P2, you are receiving XXXX and YYYY. If you now write star of P1, it will mean content of P1, that is the content of XXXX, and content of P2, that is the content of YYYY. So in turn, you actually change this Q and R itself. So when you go back to main and print Q and R, it accesses the Q and R of main and prints the 1 and 9. You can again see this. You can again see this. Again run this program and see. It will run absolutely fine. Say that same 76 and 25 should be 3 and 1. Yes, 3 and 1. So do you understand this? So this is one way of doing it. But you may say that it does not look that good. Why will I just declare the answer over here and send the address of the answer? But that is the way of doing. That is one way of doing. There can be another way of doing. That is a new thing again. Return by address. You are calling by address. If you return by address, see what I do is, I receive A and B. I don't send Q and R. I don't send Q and R. I don't send it, Q and R. I only send A and B. Now the division result, what to do? See what to do. Over here, I have only received A and B. Suppose I declare an int result over here, not int result, int star result over here, sorry, int star result over here. If I declare int star result, what does that mean? It means result is a pointer. Result is nothing but a pointer. So what you are doing, what you do after that is, that pointer in int star result that you declared, you allocate space for two integers, that is malloc 2 into size of int. This is another way of doing it. You declare with a malloc, you declare two integers. So I press I will just copy this and take it over here. See what I do. I just paste this. So here I declare a variable called result, and what I do in this variable is, in this pointer variable result is, I malloc and allocate size of two integers. So what should be the typecast? Int star, because after all result is int star. You will understand very soon why am I doing this. What have I done over here is, I declared a variable, I declare an address variable. So I declare space for 4 integers, you see, two integers, that is 4 memory locations. I declare or allocate space for 2 integers. So you understand, space for 2 integers are allocated. See this? You have written malloc 2 into size of int. So what have you done is, you have allocated space for 2 integers. So allocated space for 2 integers, 4 memory locations, and the starting address of that malloc returns, that you receive in result. So here this address is basically an address called result. Is not it so? This is the address called result. Sorry, just I put it in one space together. Okay, so this is the address called result. See what happens. Once again, malloc, you allocate, you have only received A and B. Now you want to calculate the quotient and remainder and return. How to do? You malloc 2 into size of int. So you allocate memory for 2 integers. So 4 memory locations you allocate. Malloc returns the starting address. So the starting address is returned by malloc. You receive it in result, and result definitely is integer pointer, because you want to put 2 integers over here. So int star is declared over here. Now what will you do? What will you do is, A divided by B, you will put it in star result. That is, the A divided by B, say 54 and 45, divided by B is 1, A divided by B is 1. 1 you put it over here, star result, content of result is the quotient. And then you do one interesting thing. You say star of result plus 1. You please see what is result plus 1. Result is integer pointer. So result plus 1 is this address. 2 memory locations after that. Content of that you put A%D, that is 9, the remainder. So the quotient and the remainder you put in 2 memory locations. Where do you put it? In 2 memory locations which you have declared. Very simple. You declare 2 memory locations over here. 2 integers over here, not 2 memory locations, 4 memory locations. You declare 2 integers over here. You allocate space for 2 integers. And the starting address you put in result. So starting from the address result, there is space for 2 memory locations. In those 2 memory locations, you put in the quotient and the remainder. And what you do is, you return result. That is, you return the address. You return which address? You return this address. So what is this? What is the data type of this? It is int star. So what should be the return type? Your returning result means the return type is int star. Please understand this. You are returning result. So what is result? Result is int star. So what is your return type? Your return type is an integer pointer. So you are returning pointer to an integer. You are returning pointer to an integer. That is what you are returning. Int star you are returning. You are returning result. What you did? See, you cannot return the quotient and the remainder, 2 things. But one thing you can return. You cannot return both the quotient. A by B if you put in quotient, and A%B if you put in remainder, then you have this in Q, this in R. But the problem is, you cannot return both Q and R. Only one thing you can return. What you are doing is, you are allocating memory locations, 2 spaces of integers, one after the other. And what you do is, you put the result, quotient and the remainder in those 2 memory locations. and return the address of that starting address of those memory locations. So that starting address return result you are saying, and int star is the return type. So what is being returned? This address is being returned. If I access this, then where do I need to access this? You need to access this in a variable, but what is that variable? You can also call it result, but what is that variable? That variable is an integer pointer also. Is not it so? So instead of declaring Q and R, you don't need Q and R, you only declare star result. See, result is an integer pointer. So you just receive it in an integer pointer. You can also call it just star. Instead of result, you call it result, just for res. Just to show you that these two are not same. You just receive it in another variable called result, but that is also an integer pointer. But in that result, here what is copied? This address is copied. Why this address? Because you have returned this address only. This address you have returned. This address is present over here when you return. Where do you copy it? In res. So this res, what does it contain? It contains this same address. So if you access star res now, what will you get? The quotient. And if you access star res plus 1, what will you get? This remainder. So see this. You can just now print that %d are nothing but star res and star res plus 1. See this, star result and star result plus 1. You just print this. See, res contains this address, res receives this address. When you call division AB, you have sent the values A and B. You receive the values over here. You allocate four memory locations, 2 integers, allocate space for 2 integers, one after the other. You malloc. The starting address you copy in result. Now in that address you copy A by B, the quotient, and in the next address you copy the remainder and return that starting address. That is why int star is your return type. See over here, int star is your return type. You return that starting address. That starting address you receive over here, you receive in res. So that res is same as this result because you have received it over here. You have received that address you have received over here. So that address, starting from that address, if you print star res and star res plus 1, those two things will be printed. You may now comment out this section and see that it works fine. Please comment out this section. If you now run this, alt R, enter. See, enter two numbers, 54, 45, 1 and 9. You run this again, 76, 25, 3 and 1. Do you understand this? Is this clear for all of you? I'm sure it is clear. Anyway, another thing I will do. Instead of writing star s and star res plus 1, do you remember? Star s res is as good as star res plus 0. This is as good as star of res plus 0. But star of res plus 0 is same as res 0. And star of res plus 1 is same as res 1. Is not it so? It's like an array. Why like an array? Because it is stored like an array, one after the other. You can simply print that as an array. Print it and see. 54, 45. Yes, 1 and 9. Print 76, 25. Yes, 3 and 1. You are printing it like an array, though it is not really an array, but you are printing it like an array because star of res plus 0 and star of res plus 1 are same. I think you understand this. Go through this entire thing once more. Practice this yourself. You will definitely understand. We will do more programs with call by address and return by address. We will do more programs when we come back. Let's take a bit of break and come back. Thank you so much.